Hello everyone, this is Sloth again with another Starcraft 2 commentary. This is going to be a quick 1v1 I just played on Xelnaga Caverns. It is going to be a Zerg versus Terran, and this is going to explain to Terran players. I mean, this guy he just kind of made me mad, so we'll see right here. I mean, people like to talk crap or whatever, you know, like all the time if they lose. Some people are just sore losers. I mean, I do it sometimes too if I just feel like I've been completely cheesed, you know, like I fall to a 6 pull or some kind of all-in build or something like that. But we will see what happens right here on this map. So Xelnaga Caverns, it's a decent map. It's not my favorite map to quick expand on though. I like to do a lot of one-base play. Say some pretty fast roaches, just try and get across, I mean, of course I'm going to expand like when I'm attacking. Like if I get a pretty good roach force, I'm going to be up here microing with my roaches, and I'm going to try and go ahead and lock down this expansion while I've got him like distracted and held in his base, especially against a Terran, because Terran like to hold on one base. So we'll see the production tab real quick. Do have just I'm not really gonna do anything like crazy right here. No 10 pull, no 6 pull, blah blah. I'm gonna go standard 15 gas, 14 pull, and it does look like he did get his supply depot first, which is completely necessary. You actually have to do that. So that was completely irrelevant, but we do have a barracks coming up now, so we are gonna see a looks like a standard wall off. I'm gonna go ahead and harass this probe just a little bit here, but yeah, do see the spawning pool. I do kind of go a little slow on getting my drones over here, just basically because I was microing this probe right here, trying to get him out of there, and he should pull back this SCV. He does. So he's continuing to produce SCV. He's gonna go ahead and get his one barracks, and I do scout his one barracks, and he does get another supply depot right here. So I mean, right now, I mean, I don't really know what's going on. I feel like he's gonna be on one base for a while. When he's getting this barracks, I mean, I didn't see a reactor going down very fast. I didn't see an extra gas scout. I didn't scout out extra gas, so not gonna look for a factory. I am gonna expect just a kind of a heavy marine early push for right now. I mean, that's the only really thing you can do off of this, unless you do fast expand, which it does look like he is gonna do. He does have his 400 minerals right now. He does go ahead and throw down that quick expand as a Terran player, which is, I mean, it's really gutsy play, but I don't suggest doing it if you don't exactly know what you're doing. So I did finally get these 3 guys on gas. I went ahead and got Zergling speed, and I do end up scouting this out with my drone right here. You see he is over here. He scouts this out, and I do kind of get surrounded by this marine, and there should be another marine somewhere. Oh, he comes down right here, so he gets a nice round on my drone. I should have just got him out of there when I had the chance, but I wasn't paying any attention. I was back at home macroing up. So Queen needs inject. I think he just came out. Get my first inject out, and that's probably pretty late, but you know, I like to embarrass myself. I did go ahead and throw down this hatchery after I saw his command center. Now this hatchery can be used for either an extra just artillery hatchery, or it can be used as a natural, just because you don't put, like if you're saying, I mean, this is basically going to be the same thing in this game as an in-base hatchery for me, because you can't really produce a lot of Zerglings off of just one base. You're going to have your minerals are just going to skyrocket. And you see I do get my second queen out in a second at my main. So I have one queen out, I have that second one out here. I should be making him right now, and then he'll come down here and inject at this hatchery. So I did scout this out, and I decided I do not want him to be able to lock down this expansion and keep building up. So I'm going to go ahead and do pull these Zerglings. It took me a second to really think of what I was doing, but I do pull these Zerglings all the way back to around to the back, just because I figure, yes, he does have this bunker here. I did not scout that, but I mean, most Terrans would have a bunker, or I mean, if it was a little later in the game, you'd have a few siege tanks out here in this open. But I do pull my my Zerglings back here, and I'm producing just more Zerglings. And I mean, this is pretty much kind of an all-in build, but it's based on scouting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I scouted out that he quick expanded. I decided I don't want to play macro game with him. I want to go ahead and try and end it if I can. So I do have these Zerglings that come over here, and I decide, hey, I can go ahead and take this bunker. You can't really tell how many Marines are in, but my Zerglings weren't dying quick enough for me to back off there, so I killed bunker, kill the 2 Marines inside, go ahead and kill his other 3 scouting Marines that was killing my Overlord over here. He did a good job of that, but he just didn't really have enough in that bunker, didn't pull an SCV to make it, and I am going to force him to lift off his orbital command. And you can see at this time I do have both my queens. This one should be pulling down here to inject. And at this point, I do go ahead and get my Baneling nest, just simply because all I've seen this whole game is Marine. And now we have 3 racks and a factory. So he threw down a factory after he saw that I got a lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings, and he's really not going to produce much right now. He's got what, 6 Marines right here. I'm not sure why he pulled that down. It looks like he's going to come out here and try and scout and see what he can do. And he sees all these units. So he's just going to have to mass produce whatever he can off of these 3 barracks at this point. You see I killed some of his mules, I killed a few SCVs, killed a lot of his early units that he had out. And that makes a big difference when you don't have those extra Marines. And I pull up right here, and this darn Marauder right here is just, he's kind of wreaking havoc trying to kill my Banelings off. But I think I'm doing a pretty good job of microing him back and save a few Banelings there from being killed and just get the Zerglings on them. So I do go ahead and take these Banelings, and I decide to move in, go ahead and break down this very, I would not recommend having the 2 supply depot. I mean, I guess you don't have much of a choice as a Terran, but I mean, I love when they I love when they have those 2 supply depots, and I do get my Zerglings in here before he can rebuild those 2 supply depots. But 2 supply depots equals Baneling bust, guys. I mean, it's just like it's easy to do. It's pretty easy to do against Terran. This guy's like, he calls me a noob because I do a all-in build on him. But I mean, what else am I supposed to do right there, guys? In y'all's opinion, if y'all were me and didn't want it, what would satisfy him if I did that game? I mean, I guess I could have expanded again. I could have made a lot more drones. I mean, that's the only other thing I could have done would have been to macro up and just play long game with him. But I mean, what's the point in playing long game when you can finish the game in, what's it been, 9 minutes and 14? And we need to start, me and Moose need to start remembering to do that. But we'll try and get that down. But see, I mean, I don't see any point in wasting 45 minutes of macro when I can finish the game in 9 minutes. And I don't feel like this was cheese, honestly. I mean, he could have scouted me. He scouted out my 15 gas, 14 pool. I mean, and he still decided to quick expand. So it wasn't like this was my whole plan for the entire game. The only reason I mass produced all these lings, see, at this point I have 50 lings and I had those banelings. There's just no point in me macroing up at that point, and you know what I'm saying, guys. But I appreciate everyone watching, and we'll see you next time.